Jack Draper.
Jack Draper.
Jack Draper.
Jack Draper.
I'd like to see myself now and think, you're pretty cool.
Don't know, you tell me, do I look cool? Yeah, I think so.
Keep going.
My brother's been telling me to get rid of this. He knows everything about everyone, and sometimes I'm like to him, "Pa, just give me a break from tennis, man."
10th of March 2022.
4th of May 2023.
30th of May 2024.
It's the 6th of August 2025.
20.
21.
22.
23.
145.
48.
37.
Number 5.
27,000.
65,000.
87,000.
450k. I suppose the ranking change, playing better, playing more on the big stages. Don't know, I suppose my profile's changed a little bit more.
I'd say drawing Novak and playing Novak at Wimbledon.
Getting inside the top 50.
Playing my debut Davis Cup in front of a crowd in Manchester, in front of, great crowd, but also, those teammates I have there was incredible. I think that's a really huge achievement for me.
I think winning Indian Wells, I think that was incredible. I think obviously making the top 10 that week, and then a tournament I've watched since I was a little kid, one of the biggest ones in the world, to win that one, to have my team there. Trots, obviously, who's been with me for so many years, who's just been incredible, amazing coach for me. And I actually had my old coach, Justin Shering, who sort of was guiding me up through the years. That was a really special moment for me, my family, my team, everyone kind of involved in my tennis.
Wimbledon.
It's the biggest tournament, it's the most prestigious. This year on the grass, my game didn't adapt as well, and it gave me some insights on where I need to keep on improving, where I need to keep on trying to get better as a player, and I think that's kind of what I needed, because my progression has been so good, but my game wasn't good enough on the grass this year. So I'm definitely looking forward to that more next year, because I'm going to definitely change some things in my game. Alcaraz, Sinner, Djokovic, they all slide on the grass. I think I slide on a hard court slide, and I struggled with the movement this year on the grass, and I think that was a real struggle for me. And I think next year I'm going to definitely work on my movement earlier on, and I think just coming up the court more, trying to be more comfortable, not standing back as much, because I had a lot of success on the clay and on the hard, and my game is becoming more and more complete on those surfaces. But on a surface like grass, it's a bit more unforgiving. The court's faster, the bounces are a bit different, and it really is first strike tennis. And so there's obviously some lessons to be learned there.
A bit, ferocious in a way.
I think I'm quite explosive. I have a big game.
I've got a bit of a weird game going on, because I've got a kind of big serve, but I like to sort of stand behind the baseline and be, defensive and grind. Also can attack.
I think all court player starting to become more of an aggressive baseliner. I definitely have changed my style a little bit more so. Like usually I'd be like more of a counter puncher on defense, but I think my game's evolving for the better. I think like the more lessons I'm learning, the more I'm seeing what I need to do to be a top, right at the top of the game. I think it's going to keep on changing. I've obviously got things that I'm working on, things that I'm trying to improve. And I think the game's just so aggressive these days, like so attacking. And I think, I need to keep on progressing my tennis in order to be more aggressive, to be coming up the court more. But currently I'd say hopefully an aggressive baseliner.
Probably Rafa, I'd say.
Probably say 2. I'd say Murray. I think my main one would probably be Rafa.
I mean, Rafa and Andy have always been my main two.
Andy and Rafa, I think watching more so for Andy about what he achieved. I think, what he achieved in the sport, going up against those 3 guys and watching him play over the years, seeing him go through many different adversities and then coming out, whether that's winning Wimbledon or the injury stuff and then coming back. I think I learned a lot from that and was very inspired by that. And I think Rafa, just iconic style, the way he competed for every point, the way he went about his tennis as a person on the court, off the court. I think, he those two, Rafa iconic, Andy more just so inspired by what he was able to do. All my grandparents, you know, my parents, amazing, my brother, but I think one in particular, my granddad, he's a special person, you know, he really is a special human being, someone who I've always looked up to, always admired, and yeah, he inspires me every day to be a better person for sure. His wife, my grandma, Brenda, she was the one who sort of introduced tennis into our family. She got dementia a few years back, and he's been looking after her and stuff, but she kind of had such a passion for tennis and then has passed it on to him, and now he's always on about results, resultina, like seeing where someone's playing in a 15K somewhere in Egypt or wherever it is. He knows everything about everyone. And sometimes I'm like to him, Pa, just give me a break from tennis, man. But yeah, he's very passionate and very just proud of what I'm doing and wants to be a part of it.
Probably the Masters 1000 events.
Paris Masters.
I missed out on it this year to Toronto. I've been in Montreal, but obviously they change the place every year from Montreal to Toronto, so I haven't been to Toronto. I'd like to go to Toronto. Yeah.
Japan.
Japan.
I'd rather have a holiday in the UK.
Did I say Tokyo a few years? I've been there the last couple of years, amazing place. So I went away a few days this year, that was nice. That was the first time I went away in like 9 years, if it wasn't for tennis. But I would say if I was going to a country, let's say Indonesia. People think we go away and like, you know, and we do, and we're incredibly lucky to go away to the cities and you know, go and see places and stuff, but I mean, with my mindset, particularly, like I'm always thinking about my work, my tennis when I'm there. So it's not really truly switching off from the sport. So yeah, like going away on a holiday, whether it's a few days here and there, if the schedule allows it, I think it's important. Yeah.
Not that much.
Not really. I mean, a few times here and there, but I think because of the hat and, you know, the fact that we've obviously got great players like Emma and Andy who are more probably recognisable because they've achieved more. You know, I don't get as much, but you know, I'm sure the more I achieve, and maybe by playing the grass courts on this summer, and depending on how well I do, we'll see. But I think the hat does, yeah, protect me a little bit.
Not really, at all. I've probably always got a hat on, probably. On the train, you know, here and there, not really, to be honest. I think I haven't, you know, obviously haven't had a great run at Wimbledon yet, and that sort of thing. It's obviously more so since I've been doing well, like on the tour and US Open. But I think still quite minimal, to be honest. I think people would know my name. I don't think they'd necessarily put a face to the name.
Maybe like made me a bracelet or something. That's a bit odd.
I think a wholesome. Like wholesome hats, like letters of support. I think there's a guy who comes to watch me play who has like a hat on and like a couple of flags on the hat and stuff. I don't know. There's a lot of people who come out and support, and like I'm grateful for that. So I wouldn't say crazy, more just wholesome people.
Probably just trust everything's going to work out. Keep on going. Keep trying to maybe enjoy the day-to-day and the journey a little bit more.
Get fit. I'd just say to keep on improving. You know, like last year, I think, like I said, maybe my perspective on things was not the same as it is now. Maybe that's just one more year of maturity and sort of new experiences and learning. And like I said, obviously having great people around me. So don't know, keep going.
It would be the exact same thing, like as it always has been for me. Just keep learning, keep trying to do the right things, keep trying to grow. Like nothing, I haven't made any, you know, even though my ranking's gone up and things, like I've not made any ridiculous changes to myself. It's just been keep on focusing on my journey, on what's important to me. Like I said, having people that want the best for me around me, and if you do that, and if you have good intentions and try and do the right things, you may make mistakes, but you're gonna be going in the right direction, I think.
It's a love-hate relationship, I think.
I don't know, it's kind of become, for me, a little bit of an obsession now.
I love tennis, like I absolutely love competing. I love giving my absolute all. For me, I love achieving, keep on achieving in tennis. I think that's something that gives me, you know, I'm not competitive about loads of things, but I'm really competitive about my tennis and wanting to be the best. I don't know why.
just keep being myself, keep following what I want to achieve in life, keep following your values and your dreams, and yeah, just whatever happens, just keep going, keep learning, keep growing, and hopefully next year I'll be a leveled up version of who I am now.
It's kind of easy to overthink a lot in tennis, but as long as I'm trying my best day in, day out to be the best player I can be and doing the right things, then I think that's all that matters, and hopefully I still have that same perspective next year.
Like every year that we've done this, there's been just a lot of experiences that I've gone through which has helped me to progress to the point I'm at. So I'd just say carry on doing what you're doing and just make sure you're keeping the feet on the ground and good people around.